seemingly the only sweater I own. This is my vlog, Vlogmas. Hello. I have not vlogged for 5 days, I think, and it's been feeling weird actually, so I'm kind of happy to be doing it again, even though I don't know what you're going to see that is of interest. So welcome. I hope you enjoy. If you're new here, I hope you stick around, and I'm not sure if there's going to be art here because I'm feeling hella stressed. I think like every, like every female that somehow ends up doing everything for Christmas, I feel hella stressed. Yes, shots fired. Hello, it is editing Tamara and clicking Felix. I am editing my video and I see that the camera is just bouncing uncontrollably because of autofocus. The next part that you're going to see is just a fraction of what I was speaking about and what I was recording. I was speaking about a lot of deep and heavy things, and I guess I wasn't ready to speak about it anyway, so everything just worked out. It's a bit weird with the bouncing back and forth, and I hope it doesn't destroy too much of your watching experience. I will definitely learn how to use this new camera. Thank you, Santa, aka Mihal. Until such time that I'm proficient, we will have to just pretend like we're at a rave. What's in here? Is there anything for you? Is there anything for you here? Oh yes, there is! Yes, thank you! Thank you for the Christmas! Okay, that was my unboxing. I have got something from the British shop, and the box actually says, "With love from the UK." Thanks a lot, UK. Now that I have to pay customs, well done. I don't have to pay customs for this because they do have stock in an EU location. Now you would say, why, Tamara, are you ordering stuff from the British shop? Well, there's certain things that I really like in South Africa that can be found in Britain because we have a big South African community, but also because British people and South African people actually do like lots of the same things because we have a lot of Brits there. So I got this Marks and Spencer's shit, yo. I just thought it would make such lovely gifts. It's slightly dented. Ugh, it's not bad. I hope the rest are okay. They're shortbread lanterns, and I just thought they would make such nice gifts. It's so pretty. If there's anything the British can do, it's Christmas tins, and these are just exquisite, I think. And I know that I'm basic, but whatevs. Hey, wouldn't you like to get this for like a generic Christmas gift? If you're older like me, I would love to get something like this. Let's do it this way, because who wants to see the labels? God, this is gonna be like a whole... Look at that! This is beautiful! Oh God, am I gonna be able to give it away? It's an okay packet of biscuits. I guess the biscuits is not the... No one cares about the biscuits really, right? Look at this, guys. Oh my word. Oh God, I'm not gonna have the strength. This is horrible. It's so beautiful that I feel horrible. Okay, no, Mihal will make me do the right thing. This is gorgeous. I mean, obviously it's daylight out here, but you can still see the things peeking out. Oh, it's gonna look so awesome. I really like lights and I really like Christmas decorations. My mom decorates, she goes all out for Christmas, and I think like that's why I love it. It reminds me of my mom and it reminds me of being a kid. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I hope you're gonna see some art in this vlog, otherwise it's just gonna be Tamka's inadequate biscuit review. Okay, why am I talking to you? Well, I've started doing some preliminary sketching and I want to do, and I feel very comfortable showing it to you because you're my peeps. But I want to do a snail. I know very much that the lesson has to be based on a snail because that's what I want. And how I usually approach this, if I've never painted the subject before or I haven't painted it recently, is I ask things like, what makes X an X? And I'm quite sure that it's the shell first and foremost, because if I draw a shell, you still know that this is a snail shell. Then I think it is the eyes and head, because even if I did this, you could still have a pretty good guess about what that is. And I could even just show half of the body and you would understand that this is a snail. And then I thought, okay, what else could make a snail a snail? And I really feel it's the skin, especially for garden snails, and it's the shine to indicate wetness. And I think this is called peristalsis, I'm not sure, but it's this movement of the snail and the frills. So to me, this is kind of tertiary indicators or secondary and tertiary indicators, and these are primary indicators of what a snail is. And then I decided to just check if it's the shape of a shell, if I could change it and reliably still understand that this is a snail. And I also wanted to see like the direction of the eyes and also the direction of the body, that the snail looks quite heavy here. The shell looks heavy, but it still looks like it's moving forward. I like this kind of action, whereas this one doesn't really look, it does look heavy, but it doesn't look like this is in movement as much. Obviously a slime trail will also indicate movement, and I want to write that down. And I just wanted to see some different movements of a snail. And you can see that I started drawing the house on the snail, and this is pretty much because this is on my desk, this Marks and Spencer, not my hairbrush. Sorry, that's probably gross to a lot of people. Not the stones that I still haven't put out for the kids, and not my bottle of Nando sauce, but the shortbread tin, which is what went here, and I didn't really like it, but I started exploring it more with this older snail, and I kind of like the house on the snail. I'm quite sure, let me say, for a painting or a lesson, everything that you possibly can think of has been done before. So don't hold just, because I used to get really feel really defeated that any idea I had probably existed on the internet. So what I would say to you is, look for inspiration if you want, but don't look to see if it exists already, because I don't do that, because I feel defeated. I feel like I'm so unoriginal when I see that there's a million other images, and I'm quite sure there's a million other images with snails with a house, and I feel like I'm gonna look at it now to prove my point. Anyway, let's move on very quickly. Also played around with the eyes, not just the direction but the shape, to see if I had it protruding or if I had one of my little weird eyes. I want to actually play around, and I mean, I say play around, these are very quick sketches, as you can see. What if I nest the eyes in the body, like kind of like this? What if I make it one of my grumpy cute little characters, something like that with the shell? I don't know, I find these guys so cute. Maybe that's something I could explore. I don't know if he really looks like a snail. Maybe he still needs these things on top, which are the eyes or the feelers. I don't know anymore. And then you saw me playing with my last idea, which was, well, if it's the shell that makes the snail easily identifiable, if we have like a rough body with the rough shape of peristalsis, what happens if we put on different shapes? I'm really loving this brain on here. And you saw me put different kinds of objects. I don't know what it is about this. I don't think it works well, but I like this idea of kind of a picture or a portrait with like a very elaborate frame around it on the snail. This is some old art that I did. This is the top of a muffin. I cut the berries out. And I think that looks also cool. And I was thinking about ice cream on top of the snail. Could also just do some flowers, but I'm not really that much of a flower person. This is just some weird art that I made before. And also like a weird, like planet looking thing that I made. From that is the snail shell can be any object or mostly any object and it will look cool. But of course we're looking for more of a shape like this, which is a brain. I think it might be a little bit too out there for my class to use a brain, but I definitely will do my own personal art using a brain. And now that I've sketched all of this out, I think the things that I'm quite sure on is what makes a snail a snail. So when I sketch for my final illustration idea, I will have all of these things in mind and I will try to bring through all of them, if not most of them. But I'm still definitely in the preliminary phase where I want to get acquainted with the snail. So what that means is if I'm going to go and draw or sketch now or sketch later in the evening, I will be sketching snails. I will be trying to get them as realistic as possible, and then I will start moving on and let them morph and evolve with my own stuff. And maybe then, instead of like trying to get grumpy cute now, I will work on it and it will come out. So yes, I know that I spoke a lot, but it's my process, and all of us artists get very excited about our process. I'm sure you know. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna close off this vlog. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my horrible biscuit review, for spending time with me, for listening to my process. I really hope you found it interesting, because I find it interesting, and maybe I can leave with a little bit of advice, whether you're an artist or a teacher or you want to be a teacher or whatever that might be, is speak about your process and speak about it without like diminishing it. Speak about it like you were speaking to, like in an interview or something of the sort. Trying to make sure that somebody understands, and that somebody is you, how everything connects together. A year ago, I would never have been able to even tell you where it could get started or how it would get started, but I have a pretty good framework to go with, especially when I'm doing lessons that are illustratorly. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you'll give it a try. Just speak about it. Do all the things that will make me give these shortbread tins away to the intended recipients. Like, subscribe, comment. With that, I'm going to say goodbye.
Come on!